On this week's look at the real web, we're going to cover as many changes as possible that just happened to YouTube very recently, including the new uploader, the new audio options that you can do with your video, new playbook, new advertising stuff. Oh man, this is probably one of the biggest updates in a long time for YouTube. We're going to explain it all to you this week here on the real web. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to another week of the real web, where every week we just highlight and cover some of the online video news for you guys from the week before. And this week I cannot believe how much there is to cover. YouTube is going through massive changes again, starting with their uploader. Most of us, if we are content creators, have already noticed this ourselves, but it looks totally different, and personally I really like it. It feels so much cleaner and all the options are right there in one spot, and my favorite is that I don't have the the monetization line out like, I created this video and all rights to all content in this video, blah, 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 Now you just check a box, hit approve, and you're done. It's good. I love it. YouTube also buffed up their video editor, which allows you to make lots of tweaks and changes to your videos right in the cloud on YouTube. They've added over 150,000 audio tracks that you can use totally for free in your videos. I know music, one of those questions I get from you guys all the time. Tim, where can I find good free music that I can use on YouTube and not get busted for or infringe copyright or anything? Well, now YouTube is giving you 150,000 options for you to use, and you can even go in and edit the audio on your video, like including how loud or soft it is and the music in the background, and kind of mix it together so it sounds really good, kind of like you can on like iMovie or any of your video editing programs, except for now you can do it straight in YouTube itself with any one of its tracks. One of the things that a lot of you guys who do make online video here at YouTube have probably noticed about the annotations is that they've totally removed a whole bunch of the annotations that I used to use, actually. Like the annotation to post a video response or to a search query on YouTube or things like that. But they have added a new one that is kind of cool that does let you link off site to two different sites. If you create a video that you're using to try to raise funds for a project that you're working on through Kickstarter or Indiegogo, now you can link to those Kickstarter pages or Indiegogo pages to help raise money for your cause or your project or whatever it is that you're working on. YouTube is seeing more and more creative projects popping up around the site, and they want to do whatever they can to make it as easy as possible for us creators to raise funds to make good content for their website, which we'll talk about a little bit later, why that's so important to them. Also, last week Google opened up its AdWords for video product, which means that lots more people can now submit their videos and buy views on YouTube, and to help businesses and people get kickstarted, they're giving away over $50 million in free AdWords money. If you want to get your hands in this money and get $75 of it, all you have to do is complete a form and they will give you $75 to use for your YouTube channel or your business or your website or whatever it is you're working on, just for free advertising for your stuff. And along with the AdWords for video product launch, they also have a new playbook, which is called the advertising playbook. I've downloaded it and skimmed through it, and it's like 120 some pages. I haven't read it yet, but you can be sure that I'm going to read every page of it, and I will skim out as much good stuff as I can for you guys and share it with you in an upcoming Creator Sit video or something like that sometime in the very near future. But if you want to get a head start on me, the link to download it is in the description below. You can go read it and check it out for yourself. Along with all these changes that are happening to the advertising system at YouTube, there's also some changes happening that are going to affect you and me and the content that we're creating here on YouTube, especially how we're monetizing and making our money off of them. Starting with that, there is now a default ad setting that you can set for all your videos. I actually noticed this a while back when I started uploading videos, and it instantly had more ads on it than I wanted, because I like to upload a video and not really have any ads on it for like the first week so that all the subscribers don't have to get bothered with all that kind of stuff. But then after about a week, I'll go back and enable like the TrueView ads or the pre-roll ads so that people who aren't subscribers and find our stuff through search, I don't care if they watch the ads. But I noticed that all my new videos that I was uploading by default had ads on them, and I had to go uncheck it rather than going and enabling it. So it was all flip-flop. And now you have an option in your YouTube settings where you can set the default advertising options that you want to be applied to every single video that you upload, which I am very grateful for because that was getting really annoying. But you should probably be careful not to just go in and set it to a default setting and then don't touch it again, because YouTube is changing how and when they display ads to different viewers on your content. Instead of just showing like the default whatever settings that you have, over the past couple years, YouTube has been learning a lot about not only which ads to show people, but when to show them. So a lot of that's determined on how they found your video and what kind of content you're making, that YouTube is learning this is the best times to show an ad, and this is the best type of ad to show this person at this time, in order for us all to maximize the most profit as possible, and also to keep users engaged as best as possible on our content. So YouTube is working out an algorithm apparently that can really detect when the best time to show an ad is and what kind of ad to show. But you shouldn't just let it run on autopilot, because YouTube is also now offering some new analytics in your YouTube analytics sections here that will show you what kind of content is working best. Like, if is it a true review ad, or is it just a normal pre-roll ad, or is the banners around the video, and which ones, and what type of advertising is working best, so that you can learn how to best maximize your income off of your content. I was looking through it myself, and it's really helpful information, but to be honest with you, I don't really know what to make of it quite yet, because I haven't been looking at these statistics long enough to know long term what kind of ads should I be enabling and not enabling, and when, and what kind of stuff works best. Should I just disable true view ads completely because everyone's not watching them and they're just like ticking people off, but the ads surrounding the video really are doing well, and what kind of CPMs do they each give me? And a lot more to learn, guys. Let's move on to some other news that doesn't require that we have to start learning a whole bunch of new stuff. Like, Google's Vice President of Corporate Development has been asked a lot about the whole discovery issue that we have here on YouTube. All of us are very familiar with that. It's hard to get discovered, hard to build an audience. And Google says this is their primary main issue that they're trying to solve right now here on YouTube, is that there's just so much content. How do we help the good stuff get discovered? If you look at what we're rooted in, it's kind of obvious what we're looking for. The most challenging problem we have right now is discovery of video. That's the most challenging problem on the web. Social is one enabler, tagging is another enabler. Adding a social layer helped, but it's not even 1% of where it should be. It's not like we need to solve social for YouTube. We need to solve discovery on YouTube, and social is a natural enabler. What's interesting is that their Vice President for Corporate Development also said that he thinks that Pinterest is a huge phenomenon that they're very, very interested in, because Pinterest found a very good way to help the best content really rise to the surface, not based on algorithms or technologies, but based on human curation. Pinterest makes it easy to discover new things very efficiently, and Google's kind of looking at that, which is making some people think, well, Facebook just bought Instagram. Is Google going to buy Pinterest and implement their whole system for discovery and content and curation and all that kind of stuff? There's a very interesting article about this linked up below. It's called, "Is YouTube Betting Its Future on Content or Technology?" And I definitely want to encourage you guys to go read it, because it dives into this in much more detail in ways that I find are very fascinating. But basically, it's saying that YouTube is banking its future on content, which is why it's investing so much into creators being able to really use Kickstarter and Indiegogo very well. That's why they're dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into new content and new channels, rather than into promotion or to advertising or deals or other things like that, because they're saying content, while initially up front has a negative return on investment, on the long run it's going to pay off the best. Now we just have to help people learn how to discover that and help them have the tools to best discover it as easily as possible. It's actually a lot more complicated than that, so link below, go read it. It's a good one. And then comment below, let me know what you think about the whole discovery issue here on YouTube, especially how this article relates it to everything that's going on with Pinterest and the advertising stuff and content. And finally, I want to point you guys to another article down there that was written by our founder here at Real SEO, Mark Robertson. And this guy, Mark, knows his stuff, especially when it comes to video sitemaps, more than anyone else I've ever talked to. And he has done a lot of thorough research on video sitemaps for your website. And now he's found a way that looks like you can embed a video on your website, and instead of, like, in Google search results, instead of saying YouTube as the URL, it now will show your domain, your website as the URL for that video. So when people click to watch that YouTube video, instead of taking them to YouTube, it takes them to your website. website to watch the embedded one there instead. It's a pretty long article, but definitely worth reading. Mark did a great job of explaining everything, how it works, and all the ins and outs. So definitely go read that. The link is below if that's anything that you're interested in and trying to get traffic to your website by using online video. If this is your first time hanging out with us, we would love for you guys to subscribe. Click that subscribe button up there or right over there as well. We'd love to have you join us every week for these videos and the Creator's Tip videos that we do on Thursdays. This Thursday's Creator's Tip video will actually be me answering a lot of the questions that you guys regularly and consistently ask on the comments of all of our other videos, and we're just going to try to crank out as much of those as possible just to answer all the stuff that you've been asking. So keep the questions coming. There's really good stuff. We look forward to answering those for you on Thursday, and until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.